Hello, my beautiful friends. So here we are almost all the way through February, and spring is just around the corner, but we're not quite there yet. Here the weather has turned cold again and a little bit gray and rainy. So we're going to use our practice to reinvigorate our bodies and our mind and our breath, starting to shed some layers, preparing for spring and that time of renewing and rebirth. So go ahead and find your comfortable seated position and we'll get right into it. So coming down where you feel like you can ground, down through the hips, grow heavy, finding length through the spine, softening through the shoulders. Closing the eyes or just softening the gaze down towards the floor, whichever feels best for you. And take this moment to just notice into that breath, noticing how it's moving or flowing right now in this moment. And then gently starting to slow it down, smooth it out, letting it find its way a little deeper in towards the belly. Coming to that place of some deeper belly breaths. And then next inhale, pull that breath in deep through the nose. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Once more, deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. And closing the lips, allowing the breath to flow in and out through the nose once more. And just like those open-mouthed exhales, starting to let go, to release. Oftentimes we don't notice the weight that we're holding on to or carrying until we let it go. So taking a moment to check in with yourself, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally as well. See if there's anything that you've been holding on to that you can just set aside for the next few minutes while you're on your mat. Giving yourself the freedom to simply be completely present in this moment. And then the next inhale, reach the arms up overhead, find length, softening the shoulders just a little bit, but feeling them reaching up as well, maintaining that nice long neck. Press down through the sits bones, reach up through the fingertips just a little bit more, create length and space. Take one more deep inhale, exhale, right hand down, left arm reaches up and over, rooting down through that left hip, staying connected. So it's not how low you go, it's how much length you create along the side of the body. Feel that length on the left side of the body. Next inhale, reaches everything back up long, and the exhale carries you over to the left. Again, rooting down through that right hip, reaching those top fingertips up and over. Inhale, center. Exhale one more time over to the right, long stretch along the left side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale over to the left. Long stretch. Inhale, reach the arms up, palms touch. Exhale, bring it down, heart center. Inhale, sweep it up. And as you exhale, rotate the belly button towards the right knee. Left hand can come onto that knee. Right hand comes down right behind the hips. We're not putting our weight back into that hand because we've got all of our weight in our hips. So that we can press down through the hips on the next inhale, create length through the spine. And as you exhale, just softening in towards this twist. We're going to leave the hand on the knee exactly where it is, but as you inhale, right arm reaches up and crosses over to the other knee. And then we'll use the knees to pull the hands down and apart. Press the heart back into the shoulders, rounding the spine gently. Feel the two arms press in towards each other. Deep inhale into that space in between the shoulder blades. And then identify your right hand. We're going to leave that right hand right where it is. Left hand releases as we inhale, reach it up, and exhale, rotate towards the left. That left hand comes down right behind the hips, and we're finding our twist on the other side. So next, inhale, press through the hips, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, soften into this twist. And again, hand on the knee stays where it is. Left arm reaches up to center on the inhale. And we'll bring it back to that right knee. And again, starting to press the knees down, pulling the hands apart. Press the heart back into the shoulders. Breathing into that shoulder stretch. Where the arms stack on top of each other, press the arms into each other gently. And then as you inhale, release the arms, sweep them all the way up, lengthen, palms touch, exhale, draw it down, heart center. Find your way to your tabletop, stacking hips over knees, shoulders over wrists. Finding a couple cat-cows, so as you inhale, drop the belly down, lift the heart, hold it here for a moment. Really feeling into this length across the front of the body. We're not yanking the head back, so we're not crunching into the back of the neck, but the shoulders start to spread apart from each other, especially across the chest. So you feel that length across the chest, and then the shoulders soften onto the back, feeling the tailbone reach up as the belly grows a little heavier. Next, exhale, press the ground away, arch the back, find your cat. Again, holding here, gaze goes towards the knees, really feeling down into the hands, pressing down through the fingertips, pressing down into the knees, into the shins, tops of the feet. If the toes are tucked, pressing down into the toes. Feel that belly press up in towards the spine, and the spine reaches up towards the sky. Inhale, drop the belly, find your cow. Exhale, cat. Big inhale to your cow. Long exhale out, cat. Inhale, neutral spine. Find that tabletop, and we'll extend the right leg back, letting that foot float at hip height. Press out through the heel, pull in through the toes. Feel that extension, that strength through the legs. Lower ribs hug you in as you feel that core engage. Maybe the left arm reaches forward. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, hold here, or elbow comes to knee underneath you. Hug it in tight. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, pull it in. Gotta watch where I'm kicking. Inhale, extend, lengthen. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale, let go of all that air, pull it in. Last one, deep inhale. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, lower the hand, lower the knee. And we'll find it on the other side. So extend the left leg out behind you. The foot floats at hip height. We're pressing out through the heel, pulling in through the toes. Lower ribs hug you in. Maybe the right arm reaches forward and you find that length. Take a deep inhale here, hold it, or as you exhale, elbow to knee, hugs in. Inhale, extend, lengthen. Exhale, hug it in tight. Inhale, extend. Exhale, let go of all that air. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hug it in a little tighter. One more. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tabletop. Separate the knees, big toes come together. And push it back, child's pose. Taking 2 slow breaths here. Next inhale lifts you up to your tabletop. Step the feet back, find your plank. Pike the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So we can have a tendency here to hold our weight in our hands on the pinky side of the hand. See if you can roll that weight towards the thumbs. Feel the biceps pull towards each other, strong arms. Reach the tailbone up and gently tuck it back as you pull the core in. And allow the heels to grow heavy towards the ground. That does not mean put the heels on the ground. It means let them grow heavy towards the ground, feeling that stretch happening on the back of the legs. Take one more deep inhale here. Slow exhale out. And then we'll drop the knees down, finding our tabletop. And we're going to step that right foot up in between the hands, making sure that foot comes forward so that we can bring the knee over the ankle. Hands can be on floor or the blocks or on books or whatever you have accessible. Tuck the back toes, lift that back knee, and we'll wiggle that foot back so we can lower the knee down and it's at an angle. It's behind the hip. Press down to that front heel as you inhale. Sweep the arms up. So we're softening the hips down towards the floor, but we're not letting it completely go. We're still staying stable through the pelvis. We're feeling that right hip pull back, left hip forward, and pressing the two sides of the pelvis together, finding midline. Feeling the tailbone grow heavy and those lower ribs hug you in, finding length through the spine. If you want to lift that back knee, finding a high lunge, feel free to do that. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to rotate towards the right, towards that front knee. Open the arms up to a T. Inhale, sweep it back to center. Exhale, rotate, open the arms, T, same side. Inhale, sweep it up center. Last time, exhale to the right. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, plant the hands down. If that back knee is lifted, go ahead and lower that back knee. We're going to swing that left foot out to the left a little bit, creating a little bit of a kickstand. Reach the right arm up to the sky, finding a little bit of a twist. And then growing heavy down into your left hand, left knee. Step the front foot all the way back to the end of the mat, finding your modified side plank. As you inhale, reach the fingertips up a little higher, press the hips up towards the sky, and then the top fingertips start to reach towards the top of the mat. Find that rainbow shape across the top of that body, the stretch. Pressing the ground away with that bottom hand. One more deep inhale as you reach the top arm back up. Exhale, plant the hand, plant the knee, tabletop. Switching it out. Left foot up in between the hand, helping it get all the way up there. We're tucking the back toes so that we can wiggle that back foot back, lower the back knee down. Or you can leave it lifted, your choice. As you inhale, sweep it up. Find your lunge. Stabilize through the hips, so feel that left hip pull back, right hip forward. We're feeling the tailbone grow heavy, the lower ribs hug us in, pressing the ground away with the legs. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, rotate it towards the left, open the arms up to a T. Inhale, sweep it back up center. Exhale, open it up, same side, over to the left. Inhale, reach it up long. Exhale, rotate, open. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, plant the hands. We're going to drop that back knee if it's lifted. We're going to swing the foot out to the right a little bit. Lift the left hand, finding that twist. Grow heavy down into the right hand, right knee. Front foot steps all the way to the back of the mat as you open it up into that modified side plank. Top fingertips reach up and then reach towards the top of the mat, pressing the ground away with that bottom hand, pressing the hips up towards the sky, finding that rainbow shape, that stretch across the top of the body. Inhale, reach the arm back up. Exhale, plant it down, tabletop. As you inhale, find your cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral spine, step the feet back. And we'll find one more downward facing dog, piking the hips up and back. Finding that rooting down, that heaviness towards the thumb side of the hands. Strengthening through the arms, engaging, pulling muscle to bone. Growing heavy through the heels. Knees can be straight or bend into the knees so that you can find even more length through the upper body. As you inhale, pull yourself forward to your plank. Drop the knees down, half plank. Lower all the way onto the belly. And we're going to walk the hands apart from each other. So they're still at shoulder height, but they're off your mat now. Tent into the fingertips. Point the elbows up. Chin or the forehead can rest on the ground. But feel those shoulders start to soften in towards each other. As you inhale, sweep the heart up only as far as it feels good in that lower back. Exhale, soften it back down. So it's like riding a wave. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, soften down. Ride that breath. Inhale up. Exhale, soften down. Inhale. Exhale, let it all go. Hands can reach behind you. Side of the face can come onto the mat. Bend the knees and allow the feet to fall side to side, windshield wiper. Bring the feet back down behind you. Hands come underneath the shoulders. As you inhale, press it back up, half plank. And we'll press it all the way back to our child's pose. Again, 2 breaths here. Next inhale, lift yourself up, tabletop, swing the legs around. Find your way to your seat. So we've spent a little time reopening the body. Let's find that spark that reignites that movement, that life through the body. So we'll find our boat pose. So you can reach the arms forward or hands come behind the knees. You're looking for a nice long spine. Shoulders are soft on the back. And we're hinging it back until we maybe start to feel ourselves start to shake or we start to collapse into the back. We want to be able to maintain that nice length through the spine. Through the spine. The feet can stay on the ground. Maybe you just lift the heels. Maybe the feet lift up. Maybe you seal the legs together. Find a deep inhale here. Slow exhale. Stay here and breathe, feeling into that fire in the core. Or as you inhale, pull it in deep. As you exhale, lower down. Hover in your canoe. The shoulders, the legs stay lifted. Inhale, pull it back up. Exhale, lower down. Hover. Inhale, pull it back up. Pull in that energy. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, pull in energy. Exhale, hover. Inhale, find your boat. Hold it here, breathing. And then you can bring the hands onto the backs of the knees or behind the knees, or you just lower yourself down. Bring the feet onto the mat. And then separate the feet. Allow the knees to fall in towards each other. The hands can rest wherever it's comfortable, softening the shoulders underneath the back. You can close the eyes. And take a deep inhale into your belly. Slow exhale out. Doing that again, breathing into the belly. Feel that expansion. slow exhale out. You can keep the legs here, or maybe you walk the legs out long. Softening once more into the breath, just allowing it to return to its natural cadence. Taking this moment to feel the support of the mat, the earth beneath you. Knowing nothing is required of you to receive this support. It's always there for you. All you have to do is let go and rest into it. So as the breath softens, as the body softens, taking a moment to cultivate a feeling of gratitude. So drawing to mind something or someone that you're grateful for. Taking a moment to express gratitude towards yourself for setting aside this time just for you. And then finding gentle movements in the fingers and the toes, bringing the body back to life. Notice into those feelings. Maybe the fingertips rub up against each other. Notice that. Notice what it feels like to spread the toes, point, flex the feet. And then however you'd like to get there, gently finding your way back to your seated position. As you inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Palms touch, exhale, draw them down, heart center. I wish to express my own gratitude to you for allowing me to guide you through this practice. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your journey. Until we meet on our mats again, namaste.